guys, welcome back to the channel. So today is Valentine's Day, it's Sunday, and I'm just out and about doing our shopping. We couldn't actually do our shop yesterday because my husband was getting a shed in the garden and that sort of took over, and two of my children wanted to go and desperately see their grandma. Now she lives on her own, so it's perfectly fine. That's the only person that I've been seeing, and that's because she's in our support bubble. And even though we've been seeing her, we've probably only been seeing her like once a week, not even that. So, and we've staggered it because we're a big family, sort of she sees two of my children at a time. But yeah, so we were really preoccupied yesterday, and then today we're sort of doing all of our shopping, and then hopefully we can have a nice lazy late afternoon. That's what I'm hoping for. So I thought I'd give you an update of where I am on my fertility journey. So today I am cycle day 12. It's Valentine's Day, it's a Sunday, and I am registering high on my monitor. Now it's been a little bit different this cycle to last cycle. Now last cycle I got started tested on day 6 like the fertility monitor asks you, pardon me, and I had 2 low days, 5 high days, 2 peak days, 1 high day. Now reading on the monitor instructions, it says you always get 2 consecutive peaks, and on the new advanced fertility monitors they give you a high afterwards. And they say just have intercourse as much as you can. Periodically is good, like every other day, and trying on your high days as well as your peaks are going to maximise your chances, but peak is when you release the egg 24 to 36 hours away. That's what the instructions say. So definitely if you have one of those monitors, you have to get your chance, you've really got to do 1 peak or both. But yeah, if you just have regular intercourse, that does up your chances. But this time I thought I'd do a different sort of, I thought I'd just do it differently. Now, I've done it where we've literally finished the period and done intercourse every other day. Hasn't worked. We've done every single day from day like 6 right the way through till I came on my period. Hasn't worked. We've tried lots of different ideas and things, because obviously you've got to realise we are slightly experienced at this because we've been trying now for 2 years, but it's only my 2nd cycle of trying with the CLEARBLUE fertility monitor, which has 99% accurate and 89% success rate. That is not me just making it up. That is what it says on the CLEARBLUE website, in the paperwork, everything. So it's an 89% success rate, and literally when you look at all the reviews on Amazon, CLEARBLUE, NetMums, just general reviews, most people have used this monitor, and long as they haven't got pre-existing medical conditions like PCOS, or they're premenopausal, or they might have underlying health issues like fibroids or anything like that, if you just like, you're having your period, you're ovulating, but you're just not getting pregnant, one of these monitors will help you, because they've got such good success rates, such good reviews, and literally it's so clear. You just have to go with it, you know, put your test sticks in, do exactly what the machine says. It'll do the calculations for you. It'll tell you when you're low, then it'll tell you when your estrogen has surged, and that'll give you your high. That can be, apparently on this machine, it does say it can give you 10 high readings. If it's over 10, then you might want to think to yourself, you might not ovulate this month, or your LH surge might have just been too weak to detect. It shouldn't be more than 10 high days. That would be your maximum really, but it can happen maybe 1 or 2 cycles. It just, you know, some apparently out of all the eggs we produce in our lifetime, most of them aren't great. So it does say that in the black and white print. It says you produce all these eggs in your body, you're given them when you're born. Obviously as you're made in the womb, your eggs are already there, but it does say that, you know, not all the eggs that you have are tip-top quality. In fact, I think they say you produce about 3 or 4 good eggs a year. It was saying this. Where was I reading this? I think I was reading it online last night because I was just busying myself getting to sleep, and it was on a website. I might actually, next time I do a vlog, I'll tell you what website it was. But it basically was saying, out of all the periods you have, every egg you produce, because I was just looking into how long it would take someone to get pregnant of a certain age, and is it okay to do it naturally, and when do you source other, you know, help and things like that. And it just said in your lifetime, you're obviously born with your eggs. I think it was something ridiculous, hundreds of thousands of eggs, but you release like 500 and something of them in your like active when you start your period. So you start your periods anytime from age 11 usually, and then you have your periods right up until you're, you know, you start the menopause anytime normally after 45 years of age. They say that's just they pluck that figure out, don't they? There's lots of women on here that watch me who are 46, 47, they've not even had any menopausal signals at all. I mean, my mum didn't have any until she started getting hot flashes and flushes and that when she got to 50, and she said she had her last period when she was 52. My grandma was 50. I remember her saying she got hot flashes and sweats and that around her 50th birthday, and her periods tailed off when she was about 51, 52. So I'm thinking to myself, maybe I'll be genetically the same as my dad's grandma on my dad's side or my mum's side, and I might be around 50, who knows. But I haven't really had any premenopausal things. I've not had loads of irregular periods, I've not had clotty periods, I've not had night sweats, I've not had like when you go in a room and you sort of forget what you're doing. That can be a signal. My mum said she started going in rooms and going, oh, what have I come in here for? I mean, that can be other things, don't get me wrong, but she said she started getting all sweaty at night, and it wasn't just like a bit of night sweat that you get before you come on your ovulation or your period where you feel a bit hot, so you know, maybe open a window or you take a layer off. She was properly like having to lay on the bed with a window open, really uncomfortable. It wasn't nice, and it could happen at any point. She could be walking in the park with us, or she could be in the park with us, you know what I mean. We could be walking out on a day out, or she could be in a supermarket, or she could just be sat reading a newspaper. It would just happen sporadically at any time, and this started around when she was 50, and she said she had her last period I think when she was 52. So that's the sort of general gist. If you have got regular periods, you've not experienced any premenopausal things, this CLEARBLUE monitor could be the thing that works for you. And I was just reading up on a lot last night just to get to sleep, and I was thinking, I wonder how many actual eggs we have in our body when we're born. And it was really surreal. It was like you're born with hundreds of thousands of eggs, and you release I think 560 of them in your times that you have periods, but out of that you'll only have like 100 that are good quality that can be possibly fertilized or something like that. It was really like made your eyes open, a bit like I suppose 600 million sperm are released with ejaculation in a healthy adult male, but you only need one to make the actual baby, just like you only need one egg. So there's still great chances of getting pregnant and conceiving naturally as long as you're ovulating, you're having regular periods, you're eating healthy, you're having intercourse regularly, your husband has got a healthy sperm count and he's eating healthy. And also don't forget, you've got to be doing it regularly, because there's no point you just doing it 2 days in your cycle and thinking, yep, this is it, we're on it, we've done it 2 peak days. I don't think that works all the time. I think, you know, this time round we started testing on day 6, we did the deed day 6, we did the deed day 9, but we're doing a slightly different this time. We thought we might just hit the peak days and see what happens, because although I said that's not great doing it, we've done it every other way. So I'm wondering whether a build up would be quite good. Maybe Aaron's seed isn't as strong if he's doing it every other day. Maybe Aaron's sperm needs like 3 or 4 days build up for it to produce a really good tip top one. Maybe I'm not the problem. Maybe, you know, it could be other things. I don't know. We're thinking at the moment it is just timings, because obviously in the 2 years I've been trying, I've had a chemical where the seed has met the egg. I've had 2 miscarriages where I've miscarried at around 6 weeks and 1 at 5 weeks. So we know the seed and the egg's there. We know I'm able to get pregnant. I've had 5 healthy babies, so I know I'm able to carry, and my youngest is 4 years old, so it's not like a lifetime ago that I had the baby. And yeah, I'm not having super heavy clotty periods. I don't get night sweats, anything like that. I literally get a little bit hot before I come on my period. It's funny actually, about 2 days before my period I go cold and think, oh, I need a jumper or a throw on the sofa. And then funnily enough, when I go to bed just before I come on my period, I think, oh, I'm going to shed a couple of layers. Well, not a couple of layers. If I go to bed in like a t-shirt and shorts, I might think, well, no, I might not have the dressing gown on that I sit downstairs with That's the sort of thing. It's just like I get a little bit hot. So it's not like night sweats or anything like that. So all is good with health, I think. But as I say, I am on day 12 today of my cycle, and I am still reading high on the monitor. Now, I tested from day 6 like I asked, and this time it's been different. So instead of having 2 days low, 5 times high, 2 days peak, 1 day high, which was my first cycle, where I used 10 sticks, which was great because it left me with 10 for this cycle. I've got 3 sticks left now. I had 1 reading a low on day 6, and then I reached day 7 high, and I was thinking, oh please Lord, do not let me get a peak on day 9 or 10, because I just think that's going to be too early. They say early ovulation isn't always a problem, okay? It's not always a problem. There can still be a beautiful healthy baby at the end if you've ovulated on day 8. That can happen, but it's not ideal. The ideal is that you ovulate from day 11 onwards, because you need that estrogen to build that fibrous, luscious lining, which will actually let the egg attach to, which, you know, makes it all happen basically. And if you think you finish your period on, say, day 4, day 5, if you're ovulating day 9 or day 8 or something ridiculous, you're only going to have like 72 hours to build a luscious lining so that the egg can attach. It's not always going to work. It can, it's not impossible. I read up on that the other night, and I did put in, as soon as I reached high on day 7, I was absolutely crapping myself, thinking, please God, I don't want to ovulate too early. And it did say one lady ovulated day 8, had a positive day 8, done the deed day 8, day 9, and fell pregnant and had a healthy baby. There's been lots of cases, but it just says day 11 onwards is the ideal if you want to get pregnant, because ovulation in the middle of a cycle is much better because it's given that estrogen time to build. So today I've reached high on the monitor. That means I've had 5 highs now. I tested day 6 and it was low. Hang on, 5, 6. No, I'm telling a lie. I've had 6 highs now. So day 6 was low, day 7 high, 8 high, 9 high, 10 high, 11 high, and today is day 12 and that was high. And I did think to myself, the other day I was texting my mate Kate, and I did say to her, I think I am going to reach my peak probably Sunday, Monday. I said, because I'm starting to get the CM. The CM started coming on Friday, and I normally get a lot of cervical mucus about 2 or 3 days before I'm about to ovulate. It's sort of that creamy, quite a lot of it, and then obviously it goes to slightly stretchier. I don't get really massively stretchy like people say it's really meant to stretch loads. Yes, it probably did, probably 10 years ago. I get like after my period, nothing for a couple of days, and then on about day 6, day 7, I might get a little bit of watery, and then by day 8 it's creamy, and then I'm ready to normally ovulation. I have about 2 days of that sort of slightly stretchier CM, and that's when I know that, you know, it's like egg white, and that's when I know that that's my fertile CM, and it does correspond quite clearly to what my monitor and what the sticks have said, so that's not too bad. But yeah, I started getting the watery stuff like Wednesday, Thursday. I had a normal period. I had like a 4-day period this time, and it was a bit spitty spotty day 5. Day 6 completely dry. I think day 7 when I got my high it was watery CM, and then like I say day 8s and 9s creamy. So yeah, I've definitely in my heart thought I'd get a peak today or tomorrow, so I'm hoping it'll be tomorrow, which will be day 13, which will be good. That'll be all good. But like I say, we've done it twice in the cycle so far. We did it day 6 and we did it day 9, but the reason I wanted to hold out for peak, I thought, well, at least we've got rid of any build up that's not going to be great with good quality sperm. You know, I always think it's good to get a couple out just to get all the build up of sperm gone, and then, you know, obviously get your peak and the day after. That's what my theory is. When I conceived my girl 5 years ago, obviously she's 4, but I've conceived her 4 years, 9 months ago or whatever. When we had her, we just baby danced day 6, day 8, day 11, and I had my positive ovulation test on day 14. I was using paper strips, and I literally peed on it day 13. It was candy pink. Day 14, it was darker than the control line. And I did think, shall I have another baby dance? No, we're swaying for pink. So we didn't. and I fell pregnant. So the sperm obviously lasted inside of me the 3-4 days. So, because we definitely only did it day 6, day 8, day 11 in my cycle, because I was monitoring it all and writing it all down. So sperm definitely does last in your body if you've got the right pH, which again is to do with all your diet and your prenatal vitamins. If you've got the right pH in your vagina, you can have sperm last inside you, long as the male's healthy as well, and long as he's staying off lots. You know, Aaron has a drink, don't get me wrong. He likes to buy, he normally buys a pack of like 8 bottles of beer on a Friday night, and that lasts him right the way through the weekend. And when I say bottles, I mean little bottles. He'll have like 2 or 3 on a Friday, 2 or 3 on a Saturday, 2 or 3 on a Sunday, because he doesn't drink all week. But long as your husband is not continually drinking alcohol, not drinking abundance of caffeine. I mean, Aaron has 2 or 3 coffees a day. That's probably bad, but I can't stop him doing everything. He doesn't go out with his mates all the time. He doesn't have loads of expensive hobbies. I'm not going to say to him, you can't have 2 proper cups of coffee before you go out the door. I mean, I'm a nag as it is. I don't want to go mad. But yeah, if you're sort of having regular intercourse, you're on your prenatals, you're eating 3 nice healthy meals a day, and you are having regular intercourse, there's no reason why that sperm shouldn't stay in that canal for at least the 3 days, really. Yeah, sperm can live 3 to 7 days in the right environment, 3 being the usual, 5 being if you're really young, healthy and hitting all the right dietary requirements. 7 is a bit miraculous, but it has happened, and that's not me making it up. That is in black and white. It says sperm can live in a vaginal canal 3 to 5 days in the right pH environment, and in some websites it says it's lasted 7 days. If you want to sway pink and you're not in any hurry and you're in your 20s and you think, oh, do you know what, we'd love a baby but we're not in a hurry, if it happens it happens, and you want a baby girl, it's a good way of doing it. So sorry about that, guys. So I was chatting away to you and there was a bang on my door, and it was Aaron. He was coming back from the supermarket, so we were obviously chatting ages. But yeah, I've lost my trail of thought now. But I was just basically saying, so today's Sunday, cycle day 12 for me, and I'm still on a high waiting for my peak. And peak is when you've got to do the deed. But it's Valentine's night. It does say if you hit the highs, it's good too, because it maximises your chances. The more sort of, you know, the more you're doing it, the more you're in with a chance. We know spermies last a long time, but there's nothing better than a little build up, I suppose. But yeah, I just think maybe tonight we'll do it, and I'm hoping my peak will be tomorrow or the next day. But then I'm sort of thinking, what if my peak's tomorrow and we do it tonight, and then the sperm's not as strong as it was the day before, and Aaron's sperm isn't lasting? You know, it's such a risk, and I worry about things like that. I have got a friend, not going to mention any names yet. She's used her monitor. She's used her monitor once cycle, hit the jackpot. She had her BFP last Friday. I'm not going to mention her name yet because it's early days and I'm sworn to secrecy, but there you go, it does work. And she only did 1 peak day. She said we didn't do it any other time. We just hit the 1 peak day and that was it. My battery is running out, so I've got to really speed up. Yeah, so she's hit 1 peak day, got pregnant, got a BFP, and we're just praying it sticks. So it does happen. So yeah, I'm going to keep you updated, but cycle day 12 for me, I'm still on a high waiting for my peak, and I will get back to you in the 2-week wait probably, or maybe during testing. Thanks guys for watching. See you later. Bye.